But Father, most importantly, that Biafra will come. We thank you, Father, because you have answered us. And we say, Lord, let your name be glorified. Let your name be exalted, Elohim. And let your name be worshipped. Father, this and more we pray in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Ise.
Get it online on your mobile. This is Ipob Community Radio. Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
All right, welcome back. Without wasting time, I think I have our sister. I think I have her on the line. Let me go straight to her without wasting much of your time. Good evening from here. Nnennaya Anya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, and humanity is listening. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for picking my call. I was thinking that the devil actually came to disturb, but then I said no. I said no matter how long it takes, I'm going to wait till the end.
That is the important thing. At the end, we always win. At the end,
we always win.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name is Mrs. Nnennaya Anya. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the head of finance of IPOB worldwide. I thank you, Mazi Chukwu, for this evening, for our live broadcast today, the 3rd of February 2022, and a Thursday. First of all, I want to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for this day, for this 2022. When I remember all what happened in 2021, I have nothing but to say thanks to Chukwu Okike Abiama for his grace, for his love, and for his guidance. I also want to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for giving us a leader, an anointed one, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, and also the director of Radio Biafra. Biafrans, we must be very grateful for the victory in Umuahia High Court on the 19th of January 2022. It was really a good news. I know some people were talking about the money. They say 1 billion is too little, but we achieved a lot there. At least now they all know that our leader did not jump bail. That is certain now. And with this victory, more victory will be coming. I want to use this opportunity to thank Barrister Aloy Ejimako and his team for a very good work. And I know in Abuja too, we are going to win there. I also want to use this opportunity to thank all our people that travel all the way to Abuja and Umuahia each time that our leader have a court case. They defy, they arrest, the threat and everything. They still go, they march on, they go there to support our leader. I commend all of them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless them all and strengthen them each time that they take up such a journey. In the same vein, I want to thank all those that have been demonstrating, especially the IPOB in South Africa. Those 3 days demonstration, huge one. It was really massive. I also watched it live. It's not only the demonstration that they did that day, they do demonstrate from time to time. And apart from that, contribution as well, they are really very good. I commend them and tell them please to keep on the good work. It's very important. And also our IPOB family members in the United Kingdom as well, they also marched. I think it was also 3 days, and also commend them and other people around the world. I commend every one of you. And also, I want to commend especially those that are making payments, be it their monthly donations or legal levies. You people have seen now that what you are contributing, that is yielding results. We need you to continue doing that so that we'll be able to fund all our legal bills. You know, we have lawyers around the world. We need to pay them. We need to make sure that our people that are in prison, that they are being released, and to help them in whichever way that we can. So I commend every one of us that are making their contributions. May Chukwu Abiyama bless each and every one of us.
You say?
I have some points that I'm going to start on this evening. I will go on the monthly donations. From there, I will touch the receipt. I will now go to templates or spreadsheets. Then I'll go to ESN. These are the 4 sections that I'm going to touch tonight. And I want everybody to please pay attention because it's very, very important. We are now in the year 2022. From this year, I will start to call out the names of countries and zones that have not paid their monthly donations. You know, it was stopped some time ago, but I'm going to resume it again in this year 2022. Therefore, I encourage every national coordinator and zonal coordinators to make sure that their monthly donation is up to date before my next announcement. It's not going to be business as usual. This is 2022. Therefore, we all need to sit up. Now, again, the next point I'm going to now is to make sure that our monthly contribution is very important. We all know that it's because of the monthly contribution that we are able to achieve a lot in this struggle. We don't have any government that is financing us. It's you and me that are doing it. And our leader made it clear that those of us in diaspora are the ones that are going to finance this struggle. And I want to remind our people back home that there is nothing like monthly contribution back home in Biafra land. There is no contribution for levies, neither for ESN. So anybody coming to you for that such contribution, tell the person it is not true. Our leaders stopped it long time ago. Therefore, we can't go back again, because when our leaders say something, it's a law. Nobody goes against it, and in fact, it is not for debate. Now, my second point I'm going now is to do with receipt. In the year 2020, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did approve one type of receipt for IPOB family members around the world. And I did send a sample of that receipt to all the continental reps in Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, USA, Canada, Australia, and all. And I told them to kindly forward this sample to their national coordinators, who will now print those receipts and forward it to the finance officers to be issued. And so many countries have adopted this receipt and they are using it. Make sure that you have the correct receipt approved by our leader. Do not take any other receipt except the one approved by our leader. It is not the duty of coordinators nor continental rep to decide the type of receipt that should be used by IPOB. Receipt is under finance department. And the receipt that we showed our leader, he approved it, and I did pass it on to continental reps. Still on the receipt, Onyendu also made it clear that this same receipt will be used for defense fund, also known as freedom and cultural levy. In other words, this simple receipt, it will be used for our monthly, to give out to people for our monthly donations, for the levies, for the freedom and cultural levies. C, the same receipt, no receipt shall have the name of anybody or signature inscribed on the receipt. By this I mean, no receipt, Nobody have the authority to put their signature or inscribe their names on the receipt. On that receipt, no name, no signature. And I did pass this information to all continental reps. Therefore, if you have started anyone printing by putting your signature, you have to put it away because this was never approved by our leader. This information is since 2020. I'm just repeating it again because so many countries have started using the receipt, and I see no reason why anybody or any country should be left behind. Now, the simple reason why there will be no names or signature inscribed on the receipt is very simple. Now, take for example that you have a receipt and somebody's signature is on it. What happens if that person is no longer in that post? What happens? Maybe the person is no longer with us, or maybe the person went to another section. What happens? It means we have to disregard those receipts, and the receipt will be a waste. And you don't expect any other person who will take up that appointment not to want his or her own signature to be on the receipt. I mean, you can't deny that person because you've done it to the first person. So that's why our leader stopped it and said, no receipt should have anybody's signature or name inscribed on it, no matter whom you are. Therefore, this is not for debate because I did pass on this information to all continental reps. And this information and this new receipt has been in existence since 2020. So it's nothing new. I'm just trying to refresh our memory in case of those of us that have forgotten. Endeavor to make sure that that the receipt you have is the correct one approved by the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also the director of Radio Biafra. My next point is templates or spreadsheet, depending on how you want to call it. You know, our template normally comes every month, but from now on, I've said it before, but I want to repeat it on air. From now on, our monthly donation receipts will now be every 3 months. For example, if let's say now we are in January, February, March, then the templates will now, you submit it to me in April. Meaning that, let's say for example that the monthly contribution is 30 euro per person. Now for the January to March, you go to the section where it is total, you write 90. Automatically, somebody looking at it will know, since your template is, you've already written January to March, it means the person will know it is for January to March. Now, if the person pays, let's say 60 euros, now you go down to the down at the end and I put in an asterisk and then state which month it is. Please, I will not accept any monthly template or spreadsheet. Rather, every 3 months, submitted the following quarter. That is the way we need to. So it will be easier for you, and it also will be easier for the finance department. And now, another point I want to make clear there is, if you are in Africa or Asia or some parts of South America, you submit your template to Mazi Nnennaya because he is in charge of that section. Whereas if you are in Middle East or in Nordic countries, by Nordic countries I mean Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. If you are in any of those, then you send it to our sister Ifoma Chumba, and also if you are in the Middle East, and she's also responsible for some parts of South America. Why the other countries, you send it to me. Do not send me your template if you reside in Asia or in Africa, because you will not get any response from me. And finally, on template, no more template for 2021. The last template I will accept will be end of this month. After that, nothing again. I will not accept the 2021 template after the end of this month. We are not here to carry over because you do your financial year at the end of the year. That's to do with templates or spreadsheet. Now I will go on to ESN. But before I go on to ESN, I want to read out some section on finance on code of conduct. The code of conduct is very important. It's good that every IPOB family member must endeavor to have a copy of this code of conduct. It was approved by Onyendu in the year 2020. Now, before I go on, I want to make it clear that this code of conduct is binding to every one of us from top to bottom. It is binding. We cannot select what suits us and leave the rest. We don't choose. Because if you take up an appointment, for example, you normally get what they have, depending on where you work, they give you what is called condition of service. And this condition of service, it is stated there, the rules and regulations that governs that department of that company or wherever that you are working. And you go through it. When you go through it and you say you accept it, you sign your signature. The moment you sign, it means you have accepted it. And you don't choose the one to take and the one not to abide. Everything written there, you have to go along with it, or else you will lose. That's your job. That's the same way it is here with IPOB. So if you have the code of conduct, we must follow everything there. I'm not the one that approved it. It's our leader. And we have had it since 2020. And everything that is there is still what we use. Nothing has changed unless our leader says otherwise. Now, let me go on. If you have the code of conduct, if you don't have it now, maybe later you can go and check it. Now you go to the section 3, subsection A, finance. You go to paragraph number 7, and please listen attentively. It states, I will go very slowly. All IPOB financial transactions, be it in form of monthly donations, levies, or fundraising, shall, after gathering of such funds, be handed over to the appropriate financial officer, to wit, financial secretary or treasurer, who, after taking proper record of the funds raised, shall remit same into official IPOB general account as provided by the head of finance to all family units. As provided by the head of finance to all family units. It did not say provided by continental rep. It did not say provided by coordinators. It says provided by the head of finance. That's what is stated here. I know the reason why I'm reading this. Paragraph 8, it states, for clarity, no principal officer from the unit coordinator to the continental representatives other than the financial officers shall have anything to do with collection of funds. It has not changed. It has been like this even when our leader was with us before he was returned from Kenya to Nigeria. Paragraph 9. Fundraising under and in the name of IPOB shall be undertaken only with clearance from IPOB head of finance or treasurer as the case may be. This again has not changed. It's in the code of conduct, and we have always been using it even when our leader was with us. Now we go to paragraph 13. Flowing from paragraph 12. Any bank account associated with the registration of any entity in the name of or on behalf of IPOB shall be managed by IPOB financial officers and not the coordinator, electronic access granted to the head of finance. Again, this has not changed. Because I see some people are now going about opening accounts here and there, floating accounts on Facebook here and there. Even the ones that our leader has closed, they still go along, floating it on Facebook. Make sure you don't pay your money in the wrong account. Paragraph number 14. It states, no coordinator is allowed to open and or manage bank accounts. The management of all IPOB bank accounts are the duty of the financial officers, and of course with the treasurer. This is what is written in our code of conduct. Now, the reason why I read this is because on the 10th of December 2021, I did call out the name of the account where we should pay in our ESN, which is also our national account in the United States of America. And that account is called Biafra Freedom LLC, which is with Chase Bank in America. This is where our ESN fund is supposed to go. And I've checked that account and I realized that so many countries have not paid money into that account for reasons best known to them. They are supposed to pay their ESM funds into that account. And I've gone through it, I do check on it, and this evening again I checked on it. People have not been paying their ESM funds there. Only USA and few countries that paid in there. Now, my question is, what happened? Where did they pay the ESN fund? Where? Nothing is going to stop us from restoring Biafra. Nobody can hold us for ransom. Now, I want to state it here. I have compiled the names of all the countries where we have IPOB family around the world. I say all of them. I've compiled it, tabulated it, and I've written the names of the national coordinator against each country. And also, I've written down the names of the continental reps against every country that is under their jurisdiction. So if you pay into that account, I will take it, your country. If your name is not there, I will leave it blank. It means you did not pay to the account our leader instructed. That is, you have gone against the code of conduct, which is also the command and control. And as soon as I'm compiling it, I will be updating it from time to time. And I'm going to keep this as a reference for future reference. I will compile them, and very soon I will call out the names of countries that paid into the account approved by Onyendu. So it's time you ask yourself questions, your coordinator. The money you contributed, where did it go? Did it go to the correct account approved by our leader? It is now up to you to know what to do. I've done my own assignment. It's for you now to do your own. Now, like I said, coordinators do not decide where money is to be paid. Rather, the head of finance will give the name of the account, which I announced on the 10th, and the day I came out again with my comrades, Nnennaya Anya and
all right.
in Chase Bank. Now, I want to commend every one of us that are making it possible that we are doing what we are doing. Both those are making their contributions and those that are trying to make sure that we establish IPOB families in different parts of the world. I commend all of you. It's very important we know that the quest for freedom is not easy. It's difficult, yes. But do we have any other alternative? We don't. This Biafra restoration must be restored. Biafra must be restored. We all have to queue behind our. He is the one anointed by Chukwu Okike Abiama for this special assignment. And I want us all to bear in mind that what we are doing is humanity. We are here to make sure that our people are better off back home, that they have good schools, hospitals, and that they are paid at the end of the month. And those that are pensioners, that they will be paid. That's why we are doing this. You are doing humanity work to save human life. So that Biafra, we have a fresh air, a fresh, wonderful air that Chukwu Abiama gave to us. Because our people are still living in fear. We need to do something. That's why we need to work hard. I know it's not easy, but please encourage one another, dust yourself up and sit up. There are so many distractors around. Yes, they will come, but we need to remain focused, determined, and consistent, and do what we are supposed to do. Finance is important in this because freedom is never free. We are doing great, but it's not enough until Biafra is restored. Then we can pat ourselves at the back and say, yes, that we did it. And our children and generations to come will be proud of us. I'll encourage all of us to remember our leader in your prayers. Every time the court case that is coming up again, we remember him in our prayers, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide him and protect him and give him good health. I also want to use this opportunity to commend my colleagues in the finance department, Mazi and the former Chumuba, and all the financial secretaries and treasurers around the world. We are all doing great job. You know the burden that is upon us, that finance is important in what we are doing. So the assignment on our shoulders is very high and more is demanded from us. Therefore, I encourage every one of us to work harder, make sure that our books are clean, make sure that our records are up to date, make sure that when people pay, you issue them with the receipt, with the appropriate receipts approved by our leader. We keep up the good work, and I'm sure our leader will be very proud of all of us in the finance department because we are doing a great job. And again, this is 2022. In the name of Chukwu Abiama, I am please begging those that are using my name and telling lies about me, that Nnennaya Anya don't want to pay this, don't want to pay that, and they have no evidence. I think it's high time they stop it because it is not true. If you apply for anything, you have to follow the procedure. There is a procedure to follow. When you follow that procedure, then I will look into it. If everything is okay, and then the funds will be released. I don't just release funds like that because it's public funds. Public funds, there must be accountability. You must show what you use that money for. You must show the reason why you make that payment. I can't just be giving out money like that. So please, I think this 2022 and those people that think they can use me for their propaganda, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And thank you very much, Mazi Chukwu, Ike Chukwu, for giving me the opportunity. Is there anywhere you want me? Is there anyone that you want me to clarify that is not actually cleared,
Would you mind repeating the account again? Because I think that is very, very important. People are getting confused. Like you say, there's a lot of accounts floating around on Facebook. And you know why these accounts are floating? Remember, they want to destroy IPOB, and the first thing they do, they need to destroy our finance, and they need to destroy ESN, and then capture Radio Biafra, and then their work is done.
Exactly.
But some people don't understand.
Exactly.
People are busy there jumping up and down. So please go ahead and clarify that.
Yes. This account they call Umweri account is closed. It's a fake account. Anybody floating it on Facebook, then that person just ignore that account. It's fake. The Umweri account is no longer our account. It's no longer authentic. The account approved by our leader is Biafra Freedom LLC in America. That is the one approved by our leader. It is in Chase Bank. It was announced also before by Mazi and I also announced it. This is the one, authentic one, approved by our leader. Umweri account is no longer our account. It has been closed. So anybody paying in there, it means you are on your own. You are not with us. It's either you are with us or against us. There is no in-between in what we are doing. I think that is clear now.
Yes, it is. It is. Yes, one more thing, my dear. One more thing before I let you go. Now, there is something that is happening, which I must say I've witnessed. Some of the coordinators are withholding monies contributed by the people. Now, when you ask them to remit the money or to transfer it to whoever is supposed to be in charge of the money, it's a problem. I've heard that. I've seen it happen around. What would you like to say to people like this? Because as far as I know, I don't think a coordinator have any business handling money. Please go ahead.
Yes. That's why I read out it. I did read out on the code of conduct here. It's clearly stated here. Paragraph 8, Section 3, Subsection A, Finance of our Code of Conduct. Paragraph 8, for clarity, no principal officer from the unit coordinator to the continental representatives other than financial officers shall have anything to do with collection of funds. Even the finance officer have to release the funds. That's why I said I will now start calling out the names of the zones or the units and countries that have not paid. When they hear that their name is mentioned on air, I'm sure they will release the funds. They will release it.
Absolutely.
That is the only way to get at them. That is the way to get at them. You know, because of the COVID-19, I've not coming on air to announce because I was thinking so many countries were affected. It will not be good to come and announce, and maybe it was due to COVID they were not able to assemble themselves to collect. So now, 2022 is a different ball game. I will now be announcing it, and the moment I start calling them on air, people will start asking questions. Is that one clear, or is there any other question?
It is clear, my dear. Thank you very much. Everything is crystal clear. And then, of course, I believe in the future you will be coming up to update us and, of course, to do the needful. This is how we used to do it before. And I'm glad we need to go back to the status quo.
Yes, I'm going back to it again because I think, you know, when you call the names of the coordinators on air, they'll start shaking because their members will ask them questions.
Absolutely.
They will say, where is my money? I made contribution.
Absolutely.
So that is it. The same thing is going to apply to the ESN. If I check on the account again after some time and I realize that this thing is still continue, people don't pay to the account they are supposed to, I will call out the names of countries that pay. Then the others, they have to explain to their members where their fund is. As simple as that. It's no longer business as usual. This is 2022. I know my name will start going on again, but I mean, it has been like that since
And that was our finance head, our own finance head, Lolo Nnennaya Anya. Of course, doing the needful. This is how we used to do it before. We need to update us with regards to our finance. If the people contribute money and then you take the money and seize it as a coordinator, then of course you know you are out of line. Because in terms of our code of conduct, you have no business as a principal officer handling money. There are people who are nominated to do that, and they must continue to do the needful. It is Radio Biafra, Hello Motherland. And of course, we came this evening to do this all-important announcement. And let me add this, of course. Some people don't understand. People don't understand. When they want to destroy IPOB, there are things they need to target. Let me give you, an example. For an instance, when they want to do in the military, when they want to, carry out a coup, you know what they do? First of all, they will seize the broadcasting corporation, the radio house, the national radio house. They will seize it, number one. That's where they make their announcement that they have taken over government. Number two, they will seize the government house, the seat of power. They will seize the central bank. These are the most important strategical places that they will seize in a coup operation. Now, what happened to IPOB, or what was happening some time ago? It's not a coincidence. We know they want to destroy our finances. Why do they want to do it? They were sent by the zoo. They told them, go and destroy their finances, confuse the people, so that when they ask them to contribute or to bring donation to support what we are doing, they will start asking stupid questions. They are not asking that question because they want to know. No, because somebody has messed up their head and tell them, no, don't pay in here, pay in there. But you know all along that this is where we pay in. This is the approved account, but you don't want to follow it because the whole idea is to destroy our finance, because they know that once they destroy the finance of IPOB, we will not be able to pay for our lawyers, and our leader will be there in incarceration, and there will be no hope of him coming out. Because we pay the lawyers, and we pay the lawyers from what we get from the people. We don't have any sponsors. The money we get in IPOB is from the people, and that is what we use to do this. It is all this monthly contribution, donation, and what have you. When they stop our finance, then ESN will be starving. ESN will not have money to eat. ESN will not have money for their upkeep. That is why they want to destroy IPOB through, stuffing up our finance. They seize the money that were contributed for ESN. They seize all the money. How do you seize the whole money of an organization? You don't do that. You are just an office bearer. And you need to listen to your superior. When they say release fund, you release fund because they are your superior. As long as you know that the releasing of the fund is in line with your protocol, it is in line with your policies and procedure. But somebody said, no, I'm going to seize the fund. And yet some people, some fools are busy going to throw in more money there. I don't know exactly what they want to achieve by doing that. Who do you think you are punishing? Are you punishing Mazi Kechukwu, or are you punishing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or are you punishing IPOB? I don't understand. You are destroying what we have joined hands together to achieve, the gains that we have made all this year. I think it is time for us to wake up. Before I close, because it is already late here, I think the time is almost 21:46 p.m. in the evening. And then, of course, we need to close. But before we do that, I also want to say something. These 2 days, I've came to realize something. I did some work, some investigative work. I did some investigative operations. And I really, really wanted to uncover something. One thing about me, Mazi Kechukwu, is that I don't work with hearsay. No, I don't. Before I believe something or before I do something, I try to do my own personal investigation. I try to scratch. I try to set traps. I try to make, every possible means I have to in order for me to uncover the truth. And that is what I did these past 2 days. And I'm glad to tell you that I uncovered a lot. Then I asked myself, the reason why we all are in IPOB is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is whiter than white, whiter than snow. Don't follow me, Mazi Kechukwono. I'm not saying you must follow me. I'm just an ordinary person. I'm just a member of IPOB like you. But I'm telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is whiter than white and whiter than snow. And that is why we all are here. That's why we are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember when he started, many questions have been asked. How can we trust you? Why should we trust you? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us the reason to trust him. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never came on Radio Biafra live and lied to us. No, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never came to Radio Biafra and tell us something. And then we go back to investigate to realize that what he has told us is a lie. Never. I joined IPOB in 2015. I can't remember the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lied on air. And this is why we are still following him till today. But most of you have come to the point that you will go and buy data and put data in your phone. And you sit down and listen to lie. I ask myself, who have bewitched you, Biafrans? Who have bewitched you? Somebody is telling you a lie. I'm saying lie, pure lies. But you are sitting there listening. Is it witchcraft? Is it juju? What exactly is it? I'm trying to understand. Because the event of yesterday and day before yesterday, the name on Facebook was Mazi Kechukwonoha. I went viral on Facebook. But I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Do you know what I achieved? Now, let me tell you this. I'm a very simple man, an easygoing man. I don't tell lies. Trust me. I will never tell lie against my fellow human being. I don't do it. It is natural. Not because I'm a good person or because I'm the best. No, it is natural. And this is the way I was trained. This is the way I was brought up. I speak the truth. That is why before I speak, I investigate. This past 2 days, I did some investigation. I did some work. I set some traps. And what do you know? I'm going to say this. I really want to say it. I did a video, of course, and the video that I did, I said a lot of things there which I needed to say. And after I have said what I need to say on that video, some people got offended. Somebody got offended. Somebody got so infuriated. But that was exactly what I wanted to achieve. That was exactly what I wanted to achieve. To infuriate him so that he can open his backside so that the Biafrans can see. I was doing this to save our people. I was doing this so that the so-called followers will see who they are following. That was my intention. And it worked perfectly well. After my video, in the evening, there was supposed to be a special announcement or emergency broadcast from this person. I don't want to glorify this person by mentioning names. I just want to tell you what I want to tell you. And by the end, when I finish telling you, you will understand what I'm saying. Then the broadcast, was organized. It started. I don't have the luxury or time to go and listen to such broadcast. But later, somebody sent me the broadcast. And an audio was played. He was telling his followers that he has the voice of Mazi Kechukwonoha, where he was soliciting for money, where he was begging for money. I was so interested to hear my voice because my voice is unique. This is my voice. Voice is unique. I don't know if there is anybody that his voice is like mine. There are people in life, their voice are unique. And like it's like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you hear his voice, you don't need anybody to tell you that this is the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't need anybody. You will just listen and you will hear it. And then the person sent me the audio. I played the audio. All I'm hearing is, Ike Chukwuonoha. Ike Chukwuonoha. You are going to hear your voice. You are going to hear your voice. Hey, I couldn't wait. I was so anticipating to hear my voice. And lo and behold, I was hearing somebody else's voice. And yet the commentator, the analyzer was telling the people, this is the voice of Ike Chukwuonoha, soliciting for money. But that was not my voice. You guys know my voice. I have a very beautiful, thunderous voice. I had a very powerful voice. Blessed. It's a blessing of Chukwukika. Elohim blessed me with such voice for this work I'm doing. So whenever you hear my voice, you will not even wait a second to be told that this is Mazi Chukwuonoha. I went to bury my mother at home. I went to bury my mother. So when they gave me the microphone to speak at my mother's funeral, this happened in last year, yes? Last year, around May, during the sit at home. I went to bury my mother. So when I pick up the mic to speak at my mother's funeral, as I'm speaking, I saw people coming. People were coming from different angles. I was worried. I'm like, who are these people? They were all coming. They were gathering. And when I was done speaking at my mother's funeral, I left the mic. They start coming close to me. They say to me, you're Mazi Chukwuonoha. I'm like, who wants to know? He said, no, we were hearing your voice far, far away from the other village. We thought it was Radio Biafra app that was talking. We thought we were hearing the Radio Biafra. That's why we came. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to bring out of this is that you cannot hide Ike Chukwuonoha's voice. If I play my voice here, you hear it. It is a voice that has been live on Radio Biafra since 2017. And it's still on there. And voice mezo. You are hearing Mazi Chukwuonoha. And somebody came and played a false voice. And the person, we always say that Radio Biafra is a hallowed platform. Like I'm sitting here now. There is one thing I'm not allowed to do. I cannot lie. If I lie on this platform, I will die. If I lie on this platform, this hallowed platform, I will not live to see tomorrow. Because this is Radio Biafra. This is where we worship Elohim. We are not liars. That is one thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has managed to build inside this struggle, especially Radio Biafra. You don't lie on this platform. You don't lie behind this microphone. Rather, you prophesy when you are speaking through this microphone, because the spirit of the dead is here. The spirit of the dead, they speak through you. Therefore, you cannot lie. But some people will go behind the microphone on Facebook and look in the eyes of hundreds, thousands of people, helpless Biafrans. I call them helpless because they are helpless. Lie to them. I challenge all of you that heard the audio that was played yesterday and you were told that it's the voice of Ike Chukwuonoha. Would you swear on your father's grave or your mother's grave? Would you swear on the sand that you are standing that was Ike Chukwuonoha's voice? Lo and behold, after my investigation, the owner of the voice come and say, it's my voice, so it was my broadcast. Where did they get it? Where are they saying it's your voice? We know exactly whose voice was that. But somebody was telling you yesterday, Ike Chukwuonoha, this is your voice. You are begging. Unbelievable. What am I trying to say? I didn't want to talk about this, but I want to bring something good out of it. I was able to expose the scammer. That was the whole idea. It was a trap, and he fell into it. To show Biafrans that this person is a liar. He is fraud. He's a scammer. How can you lie to thousands of people listening to your broadcast? You are lying. How can I come now and play a voice and told you people, this is the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you know it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's voice. And I'm telling you, no, it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's voice. And I knew I'm lying. And I continue. It is called reprobate mind. Reprobate mind. A wicked mind. Something I will never do. Mazi Chukwuonoha, I will never do it. The person lied and told you that this is the voice of Mazi Chukwuonoha. I thank Elohim. I still have it. I still have that audio. And that audio will stand as judgment for this you men. That audio will stand as a judgment. I am not mentioning his name on this platform because this is Radio Biafra. It is a hallowed platform. We don't mention names of morons, scammers, fraudsters. No, we don't. It is a hallowed platform. It is a platform that the ancient has spoken on. It is the platform that the People's General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu spoke on. It is the platform. It is the platform that the first man who has broadcast on Radio Biafra spoke on. It is the platform that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke on. So we don't mention anyhow name on this hallowed platform. We don't lie. We're not like them. We don't come and play audio and tell you that this is the voice of Mecca when it's the voice of Kelechi. And this person continued. He did not finish there. He told the helpless listeners, hypnotized Biafrans. I pity for them, honestly. What I did these 2 days ago was for our people. I wanted to liberate Biafrans who has been bound, who has been chained under this man's claws. This is juju. Now juju be this, I tell you. That's why I did that. He fell into that trap. And I hope and pray that our people learnt a lesson from what happened yesterday. I mean, the broadcast was to disgrace Mazi Chukwuonoha. The broadcast was to expose Mazi Chukwuonoha. But when I listened, I could not hear one thing that Mazi Chukwuonoha did. Because to be honest with you, I am not an angel. But if there is anything I do, I came from a very good home. I was so naughty and stubborn when I was growing up. But my father and mother trained me very well. That I still respect them forever for that. Whenever I want to do something, I do it with all my heart. If I don't want to do that thing, I bugger off. That is who I am. I did not hear them telling people how I stole money or how I did this or how I did nothing. Only bringing somebody else's voice and telling the so-called hypnotized and helpless listeners that this is Ike Chukwuonoha. And yet you know it is not the thunderous voice of Mazi Chukwuonoha. When you hear my voice, you hear my voice. Do you understand? And somebody's playing it in audio. Go back again and listen. For those of you who were there yesterday, go back again and listen to that voice. And then bring my voice on this hand. And I must thank my brother Ikenga. Ikenga, you did a great job this morning. Thank you. May Elohim bless you. And for some of you who doesn't know, Ikenga is my boy. Ikenga is my boy. I trained him real good. I know when he started, he might have made one mistake or two mistakes, but I know he will come all right. I know he's going to be among the giants on our Facebook, broadcasters. And he really lived up to it. And today, Kenga is doing the work. He said to me, because I'm his mentor, I mentored the Kenga. I mentored the Efe, Omote Biafra. I was listening to Facebook one day and I saw a lady on Facebook. That was in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 2018. I saw somebody on Facebook, or either 2017 or 2018. I liked this person. The person was talking a normal thing, was talking generally. After she finished, I phoned her and said, listen, I liked what you're doing. Can I mentor you? I want to mentor you. That's what I told Efe, Omote Biafra. I said, Efe, I want to mentor you. She laughed and she said, who are you? I said, no, just don't worry about who I am. I am an IPOB member. I like what you are saying. Where are you from? She said she's from Urobo, this and that and that. And she agreed. She took up the challenge. I mentored Efe. And she has been doing a wonderful work ever since then. She has been doing a great work. They said to me, don't worry, Mazi. This is our battle. Let's finish this guy. I said, no. You know what? Yes, you people are doing a great job, but now and then, I have a lot of expertise. And sometimes I need to use my expertise to do what I have to do. And that is why I did what I did. And I caught this liar, this cheat, this scam, this fraudster. I caught him in his web. And I pray and hope that Biafrans will know that this man is a liar. Because I really exposed him and his lies. If he can come on air and tell you that this is the voice of Mazi Noha, and you know it is not true, and yet you believe it, then something is wrong. Go and check your brain. Maybe you Edigo Geiri, you might not know. He went ahead and told them that Ikechukwu Onoha lives in Biafra land, that I called a meeting twice yesterday. I live in South Africa. I don't live in Biafra land. And you are listening. And you are still there listening. You don't want to run away. You are listening. You are still there listening. He told you that Ikechukwu Onoha lives in Biafra land. That he has called 2 meetings and nobody showed up. I don't know if maybe Elohim wants to expose this man yesterday. And I'm sure that many of his listeners really caught up quickly that this is Lucifer. This is the real devil. We need to run for our life before it's too late. But of course, some will not run. They will stay there. It doesn't matter how much you expose the devil. They rather die with the devil. He told you that Mazi Noha called a meeting in Biafra land. The last I was in Biafra land was during my mom's burial last year in May. But he told you that, and you believed. He went ahead again. He told you that Ikechukwu Onoha was trained by IPOB in the university. Of course, if IPOB would really love to train me in the university, I would be the happiest man. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. I would accept it wholeheartedly. I graduated from the University of South Africa in 2012 with degree in BTech Forensic Investigations in 2012. And I joined IPOB in 2015. Mazi Chukwudi Obiuku, my coordinator, you know what I'm talking about. You will bear me with this. Chukwudi Obiuku was my coordinator in 2015, but I graduated from the university in 2012. So as you can see, how can somebody who cannot tell the truth give you Biafra? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been a liar, do you think that I will be here? Doing what? I am here because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't tell lies. I am here because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell me it is red, then it is red. I am here because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tells me that the money that I have collected, I use it for this and that, I believe him. The thing that kept me in IPOB is the truth. When I joined IPOB in 2015, I used to send money to Mazi Chukwudi Obiuku. Ask him. I don't know him. I've never seen him before. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told me on air. He gave me the number of Chukwudi Obiuku on air during my broadcast and say, call this person. He's the coordinator of Johannesburg. I called Chukwudi Obiuku. I heard his voice, but I never saw Chukwudi. And I was sending money every month, remitting money to Chukwudi. Not just money for dues. I will even donate money to print pamphlets. Ask Chukwudi Obiuku. Yet, I have not seen Chukwudi. Do you know why? There was trust. Because I trusted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and whoever he asked me to work with, I work with that person without any fear. That is what freedom fighting is all about. Can you trust this Ekperima? I'm asking you, can you really trust this Ekperima? Some of you, because of the hatred you have for DOS, because of the hatred you have for DOS, you are willing to dine and eat with the devil. Even though you know that this is the devil, but you are willing to continue with your journey with the devil just to displease DOS. Who told you that DOS owns IPOB? Who told you that DOS owns everything? DOS is not a human being. DOS is a body, it's an umbrella that governs the affairs of IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. Open your head and learn. Itibolibo. DOS is not a human being. DOS is an umbrella. It's a body. It's a hierarchy in IPOB. IPOB is owned by the people. You that is listening to me, you own IPOB, not DOS. DOS is there to look after you. DOS is there to ensure that everything is in order, that everything naga in order. That is just the work of DOS. That's it. Because if there is no orderliness, we will not get there. if there's nobody to tell us to follow left, right, or, we will not get there. That is simply the work and job of DOS. But you keep on saying DOS, DOS, and I ask you, who is DOS? Who is DOS? Nobody answers DOS. It's Directorate of State. Is Directorate of State the name of a human being? The people that are working under DOS, they have a name. China Samoru, that's his name. Chukwudi Obiuku, Ahaya. Mazi Chike, that's his name. They all have names. They are individual under an umbrella called the Directorate of State, regulating the affairs of the indigenous people of Biafra. Come on, people, wake up. Let's stop asking like people who doesn't go. At least even if we didn't go to school, we might have gone to Dakara or primary school now. Come on. DOS. Who is DOS? Who? Anya? DOS. Who the hell is DOS? DOS is not a human being. It's a body. It's an umbrella that governs IPOB. Meaning that tomorrow, Mazi Kechukwono can be a member of DOS. You can be a member of DOS tomorrow. You never know. Anybody can be a member of DOS. The current people in DOS tomorrow might not be there. Another person might take over. But DOS will still remain there because it's an umbrella. Hi, Chineke Neguli Hojo. So what I'm trying to say in essence this evening is this. I set a trap for this man and he fell right into the trap. The reason why I set the trap for him is to expose him to Biafrans, to know him for a crook and a fraudster that he is. And if you did not get it yesterday, if you did not get it, then you will never get it again. Then something is fundamentally wrong with your brain. If you did not get it yesterday, that this individual is a liar, is a cheat. When somebody can come on air, when thousands are listening to him and he begins to lie, then of course something is wrong. Why am I saying this? Because I did everything I have to do to be sure that this person is a liar. And he lied with my name. He lied about everything about me. And I know that he is lying. Then what more evidence do I need? He played the voice of somebody else. As a matter of fact, I forwarded the voice, audio voice to the owner of the voice. He said, and people are listening to garbage, believing garbage. Chai. I know when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out, people were so, adamant in believing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They were asking him so many of questions. How are we sure? They are investigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But at the end of the day, we found out that he is tried and tested. But now, I don't see anybody investigating this man. All people do is they believe. And we as a people, we are known for one thing. As in Igbo, we don't just believe. We investigate, we interrogate before we believe. But now, I don't see investigation. I don't see interrogation. People just believe with their eyes wide open, jumping into their death. It is not too late, Biafrans. I've done my job, and that's where it ends. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to set him up again. I've done it just once. And this guy failed just once. I wanted to test him. I wanted to find out who exactly is this guy. People have said a lot about him. But I want to know because this is my profession. I'm a forensic investigator by profession. I've been in the industry for over 15 years. That is what I'm doing for a living. I've done it. And I used my expertise and set a trap for this man. He failed woefully. I am so convinced, 120%, that this guy is fake. He's a scam. He's a cheat. He's a fraud. I've never said it like this on this platform, but I'm saying it now because I have the evidence to back it up. When you go to court to give an expert witness, they will ask you, what is your qualification, sir? Why do you say that this person is going to die in 1 week? You say, because I'm a doctor and I have a degree in general medicine or whatever the case may be. Then the court will listen to you. you. I used to go to court then to testify on cell phone data analysis. They will ask me, Mazi, how did you link A and B? How are you telling us that A is the person who committed that crime? I will tell them because in this call data analysis, A calls B every time. A sleeps at this house together with B every time. And this is how I linked A and B, including the third party. It is called expert witnessing. Giving testimony on something you are professional, something you know, something you studied. I studied investigation to a degree level. I practiced it and I'm still practicing it. So if I'm telling you that this guy is a scam, that this guy is a con artist, that this guy is fraud, take my word for it. Take my word for it and call me anywhere, anytime. I will stand by my word because I am qualified to say that. And you can quote me because I said so. Thank you very much, great Biafrans. I think we will leave it here. I've said it and I've ended it and we leave it here. And then, Mazi, use your brain or don't use it. It's all up to you. Thank you, great Biafrans, of course, for listening to us this evening. And I want to thank my sister, my big sister, Sister Nnennaya Anya, for coming up this evening. She is a woman I admire so much. When I joined IPOB in 2015, I admired the work she do and she continue to do. And I tell you one thing, when people begin to attack our finance people, our finance head, then of course, I don't just listen to them. I don't just follow them. I have to investigate because if I listen to them, if I follow them, who knows? The whole idea and purpose why they're attacking our finance is to destroy us as an organization. Because if you want to destroy IPOB, destroy their finance, destroy Radio Biafra, destroy the leadership, and IPOB is gone. And I'm not going to allow that to happen. Not in my lifetime. Not in my watch. We are going to guard this IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left in our hand. Jealously, I said jealously, until our leader rejoins us and meet IPOB in one piece. Thank you for listening. And may Elohim Chukwu Kikabiama, onye nani ya buchi, onye prumihenile, he that searched the hearts, he that knows fake people, he that knows fraudsters, he that knows scammers, he that knows real and genuine freedom fighters, may he judge all of us. And at the end of the day, may the fake people fall. May the chaff fall. May the weed fall. And may the true and righteous ones, those 100 men, let them walk in righteousness and restore the kingdom of Chukwu Kabiama on this planet they call Earth. My name is Mazi I am a professor of law, history, and forensic investigator at the University of Radio Biafra. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Biafra. May God bless all Biafrans all around the world. But most importantly, we all shall see Biafra. Good night, and God bless.